Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL news cycle lately, you've probably seen the buzz, the whispers, and the rumors swirling around a blockbuster trade that could reshape the NFC West and have major implications not just for this season, but for the next few years. It's all centered around the Las Vegas Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers, two teams with very different trajectories right now, but with a shared interest in shaking things up. And at the heart of this story is Maxx Crosby, the Raiders' multi-Pro Bowl edge rusher, a player who's been a nightmare for offensive lines across the league. And now, he might be making a move that could turn the tide of the season and beyond. Let's start by painting a bit of context about Maxx Crosby himself. He's a third-round pick from 2019, but don't let that fool you. This guy has turned out to be one of the most relentless pass rushers in the league. In 2025, up until September 15th, Crosby has already accumulated impressive stats: 5.5 sacks, 24 pressures, a PFF pass rush grade of 91.8, and a 28% win rate in double teams. That's elite stuff. He's also recorded 16 tackles and 4 forced fumbles. Over his career, Crosby has amassed 68 sacks, 152 quarterback hits, and a negative EPA per pass of just -0.23, placing him firmly among the top edge rushers in the league. His ability to generate pressure, combined with his stamina, playing 99% of snaps in 2024, makes him a true Ironman. His bend, his ability to turn the corner, is top tier, with a 157 split in the 10-yard dash, reminiscent of some of the best pass rushers in NFL history like J.J. Watt, especially in terms of stamina and relentless pursuit. Now, of course, nothing is perfect. Crosby did suffer an elbow sprain in Week 2 of 2025, which limited his snaps for a little while. But the guy has missed only 2 games in his entire career, so you know he's built with durability in mind. Advanced stats back this up: his overall PFF grade of 93.4, a 25% pressure rate, and a run defense grade of 88%, which is outstanding. He also allows only about 29 yards after contact, which is elite. Basically, Crosby is the kind of player who can be the anchor of a defense, especially when paired with a guy like Fred Warner, creating chaos and making life miserable for any quarterback. And this is where the potential trade comes into play. The Raiders, sitting at a 1-4 record with a cap space of around $18 million, are clearly in rebuild mode. They need cap relief, and they're also looking at their future, especially with some pending extensions for key players like Davante Adams and Colton Miller. The team is also struggling on defense, with the defensive line allowing an average of 138 rushing yards per game in 2025, ranking 24th in the league. That's not going to cut it, especially when you consider the competitive nature of the AFC West and the overall league. They're actively shopping Crosby, looking for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft, plus a reserve defensive tackle, Javon Kinlaw, who's been a solid contributor for the 49ers. The deadline, set for November 4th, is approaching fast, and things are heating up. The 49ers, on the other hand, are in a different spot. They're sitting at a 4-1 record, with a cap space estimated between $23.26 million, and they're aggressively looking to fortify their roster after losing Nick Bosa to an ACL tear, which will keep him out for the season. Bosa's absence has been felt. His pass rush, which was averaging 2.7 sacks per game in 2025, has taken a hit, and that's reflected in the league rankings. 49ers are currently 22nd in sacks per game. That's a huge concern, especially for a team that's built to dominate with a relentless pass rush led by Bosa. Now, with him out, the team's internal pass rush has been somewhat muted, and that's where the potential addition of Crosby could be a game changer. Adding Crosby would be more than just a boost for the pass rush. It would elevate the entire defense. Right now, the 49ers rank 12th in points allowed per game, giving up around 21 points on average. But with Crosby in the mix, projections suggest that the team could see an increase of about 2-3 sacks per game, while allowing fewer completions, projected down by 16%, and reducing run yards allowed to under 110 yards per game. Imagine Crosby paired with Fred Warner, causing chaos in the backfield, pressuring quarterbacks relentlessly and forcing turnovers. That's the kind of impact that could push this defense to elite status, especially in the playoffs. And let's talk about the impact this could have on the 49ers' Super Bowl aspirations. Right now, their odds of winning Super Bowl LXI are around +2,800, according to some betting markets. But if Crosby joins, those odds could improve dramatically, jumping to +1,800 or even better. His presence in high-stakes playoff games, where pass rush can be the difference between victory and defeat, is invaluable. Think about how teams like the Kansas City Chiefs have benefited from their elite pass rushes in recent years. When you pair a guy like Crosby with the 49ers' defensive scheme, especially with the emergence of Chase Young and other pass rushers, you're creating a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Their ability to generate pressure not only increases sacks, but also disrupts timing, causes turnovers, and ultimately swings the game in favor of the defense. Now, from an offensive perspective, the impact on the 49ers' offense might be indirect but significant. Brock Purdy, who's been fantastic this season when healthy, could benefit from a stronger pass rush, giving him more time to work and reducing the pressure he faces. Given that Purdy is dealing with a toe injury that will keep him out for about 4 weeks, the team needs to find ways to maximize their performance in his absence. Meanwhile, Mac Jones, the Patriots' quarterback, is listed as questionable with knee and oblique injuries, which adds another layer of complexity to their offensive plans. The 49ers could leverage Crosby's presence to create more turnovers and set up scoring opportunities, especially in close games. But this isn't just about adding a star player. This is about a strategic move that could define the franchise's future. The 49ers have been considered one of the most talented teams in the league this season, and with the addition of Crosby, they could cement their status as legitimate Super Bowl contenders. The defense's resurgence, combined with their already potent offense, makes them a dangerous team, especially if they can improve their pass rush and defensive consistency after losing Bosa. The team's coaching staff, led by Kyle Shanahan, has a history of maximizing their players' talents and making mid-season adjustments, so integrating Crosby into their scheme could unlock a new level of dominance. Let's not forget the broader implications of this trade. The Raiders, by moving Crosby, are not just shedding cap space, they're also investing in their future by acquiring draft picks and younger players, like the reserve defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw. This signals a clear rebuild, focusing on developing their roster and stockpiling assets for the years ahead. Meanwhile, the 49ers are making a calculated move to capitalize on their Super Bowl window, especially with Bosa's injury forcing them to seek reinforcements. The NFL trade deadline on November 4th is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and this potential deal could be a defining moment for both franchises. Now, looking at the bigger picture, Crosby's addition could significantly elevate the 49ers' chances in the playoffs. Historically, teams that bolster their pass rush heading into the postseason tend to perform better. The Kansas City Chiefs in 2024, for example, saw their win probability increase by approximately 13% when they acquired an elite edge rusher. The 49ers with Crosby could see a similar boost, projected to increase their NFC title odds by about 15%, according to 538's latest models. This would be especially valuable against high-powered offenses like the Rams, or even in matchups where containing quarterbacks like Matthew Stafford or others who excel in pass-heavy schemes is crucial. Pressure inside the pocket can neutralize even the most talented quarterbacks and tilt the balance in favor of the defense. And let's talk about the tactical matchups. Crosby versus the current edge rushers of the 49ers, like Chase Young, would be a fascinating chess match. Crosby's ability to generate 16 sacks per game this season, with a win rate of 13% and a reduction of 0.8 yards per run, makes him a perfect complement in a defensive front that's already dangerous. Adding him to the mix would make the 49ers Pass rush, one of the most feared in the league, capable of pressuring even the most mobile quarterbacks and forcing critical mistakes. That's the kind of impact that can swing a game, especially when the stakes are high in December and January. On the offensive side, this trade could also help the 49ers generate turnovers, adding about 8 more takeaways over the course of the season, and give Brock Purdy and Mac Jones more time and space to operate. The team's offensive efficiency tends to rise when they have a solid pass rush to keep defenses honest, with the internal defensive line allowing 4.8 yards per carry, an area they'll need to improve. The added pressure from Crosby could help contain the run game and force teams into obvious passing situations. That's where the 49ers excel, especially with their versatile scheme under Shanahan, who loves to create mismatches and exploit defenses. Looking at the historical comparisons, you can see how similar moves have paid dividends for other teams. The 2018 Colts, for example, acquired a pass rusher who boosted their defensive efficiency by around 16%, helping them make a deep playoff run. For the 49ers, adding Crosby could do the same, pushing them into the upper echelon of NFL defenses and setting the stage for a serious Super Bowl push. The NFC West, which has been relatively wide open this season, could see a major shakeup if this trade goes through, especially considering the Rams' inconsistent defense and the Seahawks' unpredictable form. The 49ers, with Crosby, could establish themselves as the team to beat in this division and in the NFC overall. And finally, looking ahead, the betting odds tell a compelling story. Super Bowl LXI futures odds have moved from +500 to +2,800, reflecting the increased confidence in the 49ers' chances of making a deep postseason run. Crosby's impact in playoff games has been well documented. When he's on the field, the team's win probability increases significantly. The Chiefs in 2024 saw their chances improve markedly when they had their elite pass rush, and the 49ers could experience the same phenomenon with Crosby. His ability to generate pressure against pass-heavy teams like the Cardinals, who allow a 68% completion rate, would be crucial in neutralizing their offense and controlling the game clock. So folks, this trade isn't just a move for the short term. It's a strategic gamble that could redefine the 49ers' dynasty aspirations. It's about seizing the moment, maximizing their championship window, and solidifying their place among NFL elites. Crosby, with his relentless motor and elite pass-rushing skills, could be the missing piece that elevates the 49ers beyond just contenders. They could become champions once again. The stakes are high, the rumors are hot, and the clock is ticking until November 4th. Whether this trade materializes or not, one thing is for sure: the NFL landscape is about to shift, and the 49ers are right at the center of it. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you believe Crosby is the perfect fit to help the team chase another Super Bowl? Or do you think the Raiders should hold on to him and rebuild around him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the 49ers. Remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. This is a story that's far from over, and the next few weeks will be crucial to see how this all unfolds. One thing's for sure, the NFC West is about to get a lot more interesting, and the 49ers are right in the middle of it, ready to make a statement and push for another Super Bowl appearance. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next video.